Shanti. Avyakt Murli. Date 13th March 2022. Original date is 20th January 1990. 5 special steps of Father Brahma. Today, the Father who is loved by the whole world, he is saying he is especially deeply loving and close children. All are loving, but those who are extremely loving and close are those who follow the Father at every step. The incorporeal Father kept Brahma Baba, the corporeal instrument, in front of the corporeal children for them to able to follow him in a practical way. He was the first soul in the drama who experienced 84 births from the beginning to the end. He became the medium in the corporeal form and became an example in front of the children to make it easy for them to follow, because when one sees a powerful example, it is easy to follow. Therefore, Baba kept Brahma Baba as a symbol of love for the loving children. And he gave every child the elevated Srimad to follow the Father at every step. Do all of you consider yourselves to be close souls who follow the Father? Do you find it easy or difficult to follow him? What were the special steps of Father Brahma that you saw? The first step, a total renunciate. Not only renunciation of the body and lockic relations, but the greatest renunciation, the first renunciation was that of surrendering his mind and intellect. This means that in every action, at every moment, there was only the awareness of the Father and Srimad in his mind and intellect. He constantly considered himself to be an instrument and was detached and loving in every action. In bodily relationships, he renounced the consciousness of I. When the mind and body are surrendered to the Father, bodily relationships are automatically renounced. The first step was that of being a total renunciate. The second step, always obedient at all times and in everything, whether in self-progress or in giving sustenance to the yoga, he remained an instrument. Only Brahma is a special soul who has that unique part fixed in the drama. The same soul is the mother and also the Father. While being an instrument for giving sustenance to the yajna, he always remained obedient. Although the task of establishment was a huge one, he didn't disobey any of the instructions. You easily saw his form of saying, "Yes, my Lord, I am present," in a practical way at all times. The third step, faithful in every thought. A wife who is faithful to her husband cannot remember anyone except her husband, even in her dreams. In the same way, you saw the practical form of his being faithful at all times with his consciousness of no one but the one Father. While being an instrument for the responsibility of the new, unlimited establishment, by having the power of faithfulness in practice, by having one faith and one support, He easily overcame all adverse situations and inspired others too. The fourth step, a world server. The speciality in service was that, on the one hand, he was a very humble world servant, on the other hand, had the authority of knowledge. To the extent that he was humble, he was accordingly a carefree emperor. The fearlessness of truth is a speciality of the service. No matter how much his relatives, politicians, and religious leaders opposed him, because of his new knowledge, they were not able to shake him even slightly from his position of truth and fearlessness. This is known as a balance of being humble and having authority. All of you are seeing the result of that. Those who insulted him are now bowing down to him in their minds. The special basis of success in doing service is to be humble, to be an instrument, and to be unlimited. He became an embodiment of success with this method. The fifth step, free from any bondage of karma, free from any relationships of karma, that is, free from any bondage of the body. An angel, karmatit, in 1 second. He conquered all attachment and became an embodiment of the remembrance of one, close and equal. Today, Baba has told you briefly of the 5 steps. There is a lot of detail, but in essence, those who place their steps in these 5 steps are known as the one who follows the Father. Now ask yourself, in how many steps have you followed him? Have you just surrendered, or have you surrendered totally? To have surrendered totally means you are equal to the Father in your thoughts, nature, and sanskaras. If even now, while moving along, you think or say, my nature is like this, my nature is like that, or if thoughts emerge or you say things against your conscious wish, that is not known as being a total renunciate. Although you call yourselves completely surrendered, there is still the consciousness of mine and yours when it comes to surrendering every trace. The Father's nature, swabhav, means the nature of the self, that is the nature of the soul. Let your sanskaras always be like those of the Father, that is, of love, of mercy, and having a generous heart. This is called a big heart. To have a small heart means to have the limited consciousness of mind, whether for oneself, for the service place, or for the service companions. Whereas to have a large heart means that everyone experiences you as belonging to them. When someone has a big heart, he experiences an abundance of success in every task, whether in body, mind, wealth, or relations. Abundance means that there is greater benefit, whereas someone with a small heart has to make more effort and has less success. You were also told previously that those who have small hearts never have plenty in their treasure stores or kitchen. Their service companions will give many reassurances. You do this and we will do this. But then, when it comes to it, they start relating their circumstances. This is known as pleasing the Lord with a big heart. So the Lord is always pleased with those who understand the significance of everything. All of you teachers have big hearts, do you not? You are the instruments for the unlimited, greatest of all tasks. You do not say that you are the ones who bring benefit to only a certain area or to only a certain country, do you? You are world benefactors, are you not? So, a big heart is needed for such a big task, is it not? Big means unlimited. Or will you teachers say that you have been given limits? Why are these limits created? Because of small hearts. No matter how big an area you are given, always have unlimited feelings. Do not have any limits in your heart. Do not let the limits of a place influence your heart. If there is an influence of limits on your heart, the unlimited Father cannot stay within a limited heart. Baba is big, and so big hearts are needed. While staying in Madhuban, did Father Brahma ever have the thought that Madhuban was mine and the rest, that is Punjab, UP, Karnataka, Tamil, etc., were all the children's? All of you have love for Father Brahma, do you not? To have love means to follow. Are all of you teachers the ones who follow the Father, or are you the ones who says, this is my center, my student, or my income? Would the student also think, this one is my teacher? To follow the Father means to merge mine in yours, to merge anything limited into the unlimited. There is now a need to place your footsteps in these steps. Let everyone's thoughts, words, and way of doing service be experienced to be unlimited. You ask, what you know how to do this year, do you not? For self-transformation, finish everything that is limited, including any traces of it. Let whoever sees you, experiences your intoxication of being an unlimited emperor. Those with limited hearts cannot be unlimited emperors. Don't think that the more centers you open or the more service you do, the greater king you will become. The prize of heaven is not based on that. There has to be service done. There have to be centers, but there must not trace of any limits. Such souls claim the throne of the kingdom of the world, number-wise. Therefore, do not just please your heart now for a short moment of time. Someone who is fragrant, equal to the Father, and close now will also be close to Father Brahma for 21 births. So do you want such a prize, or do you want the prize of this time? I have many students, many centers. Do not get caught up in this many now. Adopt a very generous heart. Did you hear what you have to do this year? This year, Let no one's limited sanskaras emerge even in dreams. Do you have this much courage? Do not follow one another. Follow the Father. Secondly, Bab Dada especially drew your attention to speech. This year, pay special double attention to your words. The direction for words has been sent to everyone. You will receive a prize for this. Just keep your own chart with honesty and cleanliness. You are the children of the true Father, are you not? Bab Dada is giving this direction to everyone. When you see that service is making your stage fluctuate, there cannot be success in that service. By all means, do less service, but do not allow your stage to come down. How can any service that makes your stage come down be called service? Therefore, Bab Dada is telling everyone once again that along with one's own stage and doing service, that is together with the service of others, let there constantly be self-service. If you stop self-service and only do the service of others, there will not be success. Have courage to do self-service and also for serving others. The Almighty Authority Father is your helper. Therefore, keep a balance of the two with courage and move forward. Do not become weak. You are victorious souls who have been instruments many times. It is not difficult for such victorious souls and doesn't require labor. You will then experience the attention and the practice to be easy and automatic. Do not have any tension in paying attention. Some change attention into tension. The original sanskars of Brahmin souls are of attention and practice. Acha. That leaves the matter of doing service for world benefit. Therefore, this year, let every center invite those who have heard the message to come into connection. Let each center hold Sneh Milans, small gatherings of love, according to its capacity. It doesn't matter whether you have separate ones for individual professions or whether you mix them, but pay special attention to those souls. Meet them personally. If you simply send them things by post, the result is less. Make groups of your own students that come and invite a small number of people from that group personally to come close and make them responsible. All the students will then become busy, and there will also be a selection of service. You speak of this, saying that you don't follow it through. You have to relate new things to such souls too. Up to now, you have been collecting visions for a better world, and so now draw their attention to themselves. Arrange special topics such as self-progress and the basis of self-progress. Now arrange these new topics. Organize this spiritual budget for self-progress. When you organize a budget, you always create a saving scheme. So what is the account of spiritual saving? Instead of time, words, thoughts, and energy being wasted, they have to be used in the best way. So now draw everyone's attention to themselves. Some children had also arranged a topic for self-transformation. But this year, every center has the freedom to do whatever it can do with self-progress. First of all, plan a budget for saving for oneself, then for service. Give this experience to others. If you are able to arrange large programs, then do so. If you are unable to do that, then you may hold small programs. However, special attention has to be paid to balancing self-service with serving others and doing world service. It should not be that you get so busy doing service that you do not have time for self-progress. This is a year of freedom in doing service. Do as much as you want. By keeping both plans in your awareness, you can make a further addition. The plans can be studied with jewels. The father always keeps the children in the front. Acha. To all the elevated souls everywhere who followed the Father, to the souls who have a right to receive blessings from the Father by constantly keeping a balance of double service, to those who are constantly unlimited emperors, to such Raj Yogis, easy yogis, natural yogis, and to the extremely loving and cooperative children who always maintain the faith and intoxication of having been victorious many times. Bap Dada's love, remembrance, and namaste. Personal meetings with Avyakt Bap Dada. Do you experience yourself to be worthy of worship souls every cycle? You have been worthy of worship many times and are once again becoming worthy of worship. Why do you become worthy of worship? Because those who stay in their self-respect automatically receive respect from others. Do you know your self-respect? How high is your self-respect? No matter how high the self-respect of other people is, that is nothing compared to you, because their self-respect is limited, whereas your self-respect is soul-conscious self-respect. You souls are imperishable and your self-respect is also imperishable. Their respect is of the body. Bodies are perishable, and so their self-respect is also perishable. Sometimes someone would become a president or a prime minister, but when that body is shed, that self-respect is also gone. Would they remain a president then? However, what is your self-respect? You are an elevated soul, a worthy of worship soul. You have the awareness of being a soul, and that is why you have imperishable self-respect. You cannot be attracted to perishable self-respect. Those with imperishable self-respect become worthy of worship souls. You can see your worship even now. When you see your worthy of worship form, you remember that is your form. Do you not? Even though your devotees would have given you in different forms according to their own devotional feelings, it is still of you worthy of worship souls. To the extent that you have self-respect, So you have just as much humility. You do not have any arrogance in your self-respect. It isn't that you have become the highest and that others are junior to you, or that you have the feelings of dislike for them. Let it not be like that. No matter what souls are like, you will look at them with a vision of compassion, not with a vision of arrogance. Neither arrogance nor insult. This is not the way of a Brahmin's life. So your vision has changed, has it not? Your life has now changed, and so your vision has automatically changed, has it not? Even your world has changed. What is your world now? Your world is the Father, and the family is included with the Father. Now when you look at anyone, you will look at them with soul conscious vision and with an elevated vision. Your vision cannot now go towards bodies, because the Father is always merged in your vision and in your eyes. How can those who have the Father merged in their eyes have arrogance of their bodies? Is the Father merged, or is he becoming merged? If the Father is merged, no one else can merge in your eyes. In any case, the wonder of the eye is of the point, pupil. Who is it that is seeing everything? Even in terms of the body, it is a point. Is it not? The tiny point performs wonders. So in terms of the body, the tiny point performs wonders, and in terms of the soul, the Father, the point, is merged, and so no one else can merge in your eyes. Do you think it is like this? Since you have become worthy of worship souls, the eyes of such souls are always pure. They don't show eyes full of arrogance or insult. The eyes of any of the god or goddesses would be shown as pure and spiritual. So, whose eyes are these? Whenever you have any thought about anyone, remember who you are. Even my non-living image have spiritual eyes. Therefore, I should have them in the living form. Even today, people sing your praise, full of all virtues, completely viceless. So, who are you? You are completely viceless, are you not? Let there not be slightest trace of any vice. Constantly have the awareness that your devotees are remembering you in that form. So check. Is there any difference between the non-living image and the living image? The image was created from the divine activity. The practical divine activity was shown at the confluence age. For that, it is why the image has been created. Acha. Blessing. May you become full of all powers and finish all obstacles in the world as a destroyer of obstacles. Only those who are full of all powers can become destroyers of obstacles. No obstacle can come to those who are destroyers of obstacles. However, if you lack any particular power, you cannot become a destroyer of obstacles. So check, is my stock of all powers full? Maintain this awareness and intoxication. All the powers are my inheritance. I am a master almighty authority. No obstacle will then remain. Slogan: only those who are constantly creating pure thoughts can remain double light. Om Shanti.